Hey, what's up, everybody?
Good.
Show of hands, who's been reading the book? Me? I thought, John. What are your guys' thoughts?
Good so far.
Did you start?
I really liked it.
Okay. Good for you. Apart, what's your thoughts? Yeah? And it's good to reread too, because you're gonna be in different stages of your life, whether it's income or debt. Things change, and then you get reminded.
Yep.
Oh, that's my.
Wow.
What's up, guys?
All right.
Hi, Sylvie. You too. You're welcome. What's up, guys?
Hey,
How are you?
Morning, everyone.
What's up, Ron? Hey.
Hi, good morning. I did this year.
Yeah, I just put it there for you.
Appreciate that. Jay. How are you?
Sylvia, you're not so tan like Billy J. He has so much tan.
This guy has glowing face.
Good song. Yeah, spent the whole week in the hotel room.
No, he doesn't. He's, hey, guy, would you ever go again on vacation with Sylvia?
He did. I saw a picture on the beach.
Huh?
I saw a picture on the beach smoking.
That was it. I was the only man that was out. The ones that I went to.
No way.
What do you say?
He said, one time you smoked with him, the rest of the time you're in the room. No way.
When he was oiling my back, I was gonna oil my head.
I
I was paper.
believe.
I get started.
Yeah. All right. So we can get everybody out in time. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to our March office meeting where we're going to be discussing some beautiful, beautiful February numbers. Got to see all the beautiful faces in the room. The year is off to a great start. So it's no different here in the office. For all of you, we're watching the numbers and we're watching the activity. We're ultimately and very proud of everybody and what they're doing, continue to do. So given the momentum that's happening with this is lining up to be one of those probably strong spring, summer seasons as well. Nothing different than what we've seen in the past. So starting off, we'd like to get our normal hugs and kisses. If there's anybody here that would like to share something good that happened to them, recognize someone in the market center or in their world that went over and above, or maybe just been there for them. Go ahead.
Tony, gonna get us started?
He's not here right now, but it's for Mush.
I'll take it.
I was working with a client for literally a year. We couldn't find a house, kept losing offer after offer after offer. And then Muj came up to me and said, hey, you got a buyer for Farmington, right? And I said, yeah. He said, okay, I got an off-market house for you. And took my buyers there. They fell in love with it. The sellers fell in love with the buyers. And it worked out perfectly. And I know if that house would have hit the market, it could have easily got way over asking, probably a lot more than what we agreed to. And I appreciate that a lot.
I was about to send a message yesterday on the listings, leads and leverage of just how proud I am as broker of the company to see how many co-op deals we have together. It's incredible. Like, and I love that. It means you guys have confidence in each other. You guys are doing a lot of business with each other. And that's a big part of our value proposition is who am I in business with? I've said it before and I'll say it again, who you're in business with matters. That's a huge value prop because let's not fool each other. You can take your license, leave here and go somewhere that's way cheaper. Way cheaper. However, what are you going to lose? To me, who you're around with every day and who you're business with really, really matters and ultimately puts more money in your pocket and helps your knowledge and experience. On that note, flip it over to the marketing and social media and listing presentations. So many of you here in this room actually weren't even licensed before Legacy existed. So you didn't really know what the market and the presentation of listings in the Dearborn community looked like before. All you know is this very high level professional photography, social media marketing. It wasn't like that before Legacy. So when I see you guys doing that, it makes me so proud that you guys are actually doing everything at a very, very high level. So like I'll give hugs and kisses to all you guys for that. Great job. With that said, I'm going to give mine to Haifa because she really worked with me. I had to put a little heat on her to get my son Steven's first deal under contract. So thank you, Haifa, very much. Also, Haifa's one that a couple of years ago, I was talking with her about this the other day. She came in here as a guest. Was it an office meeting or was it a training? Yeah, someone brought her in as a guest. So Haifa was sitting there just as a guest. She actually was with another brokerage. Ended up switching over, like what she's seen, and just slowly wasn't so sure of, what to do and what her future was going to look like. And I'm just watching her grow and grow and grow in a quick 2 years to being like, I consider you a senior agent here. So thank you for everything you do, Haifa. I appreciate you. Welcome. Who else would like to share, Mo?
I'd like to share this with Billy Soul.
No, he's going to a private inspection.
Billy Soul.
I'll take
His
it.
wife, there you go. Sorry, Billy. That there's this Muhammad Ali thing where he says, I turned off the light and I jumped in the bed and I got into bed before the light was off. That's Billy Soap when it comes to transactions and communicating and getting things done and getting appraisals ordered and getting inspections and communicating with the seller. We had a property, just to piggyback off what you said, in terms of the co-ops, the ability to be able to present it to 160, 170 agents before it hits the market and to get above asking and to be able to communicate with the buyer's agent as to why that's happening. And then having that understanding, it means that the frequency is at the same level. I mean, we're a couple of days away from closing, so kudos to him.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Eddie Hyder mentioned actually the other day in Ronnie's class, he said when he's in these transactions and he can tell, he said the other agent was newer. To me, it really doesn't matter if they were newer, or a lot of times just not as well trained, not as well as experienced. It's okay to like hold their hand and take them along. The thing that like Mo was talking about, noticed in this co-op with Billy is like, they didn't need to hold hand. Like this is an agent who knew what they were doing and they were moving. And this comes to, I think in this business, we have this like idea of training, like you're supposed to get this book and your book was like training, like this is your training and here you get a certificate because you completed the training. It's not. Like you guys don't know it, but you're actually being trained right now. Just by listening to what we say and listening to the discussion, you're actually being trained because this doesn't happen, in my opinion, anywhere else. Like you're not even having these types of meetings anywhere else. So when you talk about training, it's that, it's those discussions and it's just being a part of the talk. What else, guys?
Speaking of Billy Soap, I want to give mine to Ronnie.
The ground.
I've been seeing firsthand how he's been helping his team, especially that I'm so, Billy, and see just how Ronnie always puts his like team members before himself and how he's been helping them, and I think it's so important that you do that for them, so kudos to you, Ronnie.
Thanks, Ronnie. Ali Abdullah. Two, you got it.
Who next?
A little bit weighted down. We're on a budget, so we cut down from like 5 pitches to like 3, so they're curveballs
I
now.
was just about to say, you're about to announce that we're doing great.
Hold on, stop. Start all over, brother. Sorry, we distracted.
I just want to hold her because she helped me come out of something that would have been a disaster. She made it happen within 2 minutes. She was in and out, she made it happen. And this one for sure goes to Habib.
That's what Lola does. That's why she's our girl.
I'm gonna give this one to my boy Rami.
Looking sharp today, by the way, Rami. I like that.
I've been coming in the morning prospecting, and then like, I think it was Friday, I went and got a haircut and stuff. I had a wedding, and then I got a phone call. It's like, Luke, where you at? No prospecting today? I'm your accountability partner. And Wallah, that made me so happy. So he pumped me up.
Stop, Rami. That note, just quick, and please forgive me if I leave you out, but there's a few in the room that I will take an acknowledgement for from Billy J, Tony, Rami, Ali Abdullah. Hassan had a huge closing, and many more that are off to an outstanding start on the year. For you guys individually, I know for sure, record breaking. You guys are on that path, so keep that up. Great job. Rami is one of them. Job, Rami.
Mike, I want to give one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give mine to her boss. Which has been incredible with me.
Nice catch.
On a personal level and business level, she's been extremely understanding and cooperative, and I'm so thankful for you. So thank you.
Brother?
Lola always randomly, like, it's more of a personal thing, but she'll like randomly text me at like 10 o'clock at night, like, oh, I'm so proud of you, you're doing this. I love that song. Like, she always has like, I don't know, reassurances for me, always shows kindness. So I love it.
Stalkish behavior. She doesn't.
Hello, come on up.
Morning.
I'm so sorry.
Does anyone know where some of these extra chairs are at?
Maybe the computer room?
And Hassan, see if by the cubicles, if there's any of the chairs, bring them in.
Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
I hear you, Simon.
I texted you because I didn't know if you can hear me, but I want to give mine to Al-Wahdat if he's out there. I can't see everybody, but I just want to say
I
thank you.
looked at that training in Plymouth. Him and I think we got about 7 or 8 over there, that outstanding training. So that's where they're at.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to say thank you to them and Ali Keys for helping me out while I'm here. And of
Got
course,
it.
to everybody in the team.
Okay. Where are
And
you at,
speaking
bro?
of marketing, I just wanted to let you guys know we do have a class about marketing on this March 21st. So I would love everybody to come in. Me and Mo Bizet will do the class. It's going to be marketing versus prospecting, lead generation, and hopefully it'll be helpful to everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, son. Yeah, those, so there's about 7 of our agents today at an awesome training in Plymouth, led by Mick Sutter. And when you guys get those emails or those messages and the legacy announcements, we won't send them unless we know what they are and we know that they're outstanding for you. So I'm glad that those 7 went. I'm glad, I'm looking forward to hearing what they took from the. Moving on,
Anybody else?
Can I say one more?
for sure.
I know he's not gonna eat it, but Robert, I've had some pretty challenging situations I've been in, and he's been there to help me get through the tough me off a ledge a couple times.
You're very welcome.
He's
Thank
been through that.
Thank you, Robert.
Go ahead, can you just touch the screen?
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
turn it up?
So some of you guys got into this, not as much as I want to, but for Ernest, this is probably the easiest way a client of yours can turn in E and D. It's just an app on your phone and you send it to your client's email, just like how you do like on Remind when you send in offers. And they're able to go into their own, and it's all secure, so they'll get all the steps on why. And they're able to go into their bank account right away and just wire us the funds, and it's cheaper than an actual wire and it's faster. You get a very professional email that you can send to the lender, to the other agent. I already get everything, so no one has to send it to me, and then you're not waiting on the front desk to send you an email because you have it straight in your account. You could see when the client opened it, when they deposited it, like if it got to legacy or not, so like you're in the loop the entire time. So there's not that many of you guys using it yet, but I think once you guys get into the habit of sending this to your client, they're gonna like that way more than getting a check or,
Like Zelpay, they can Zelpay us where.
kind of, because they're going into their, so it has like every bank account, every credit union, like even those little wonky ones, and they can go into their own bank account, and like it'll pull up so they can choose the account that they're, going out of, and then it goes straight there. And like some of them, I know lenders want to know what bank account it comes out of. In that receipt that you can send to the lender, it tells you like, Chase College or, business account, whatever it is, it names that account for them. So the lender doesn't ever have to ask for additional information.
The lenders love it, and it's a very, very professional receipt too that you can give to that co-op broker,
Yeah.
so they know that
And
we're
if
in
you
receipt
had-
of the EMV.
Easy for the clients.
Oh, yeah.
So
very.
it takes them like, even like, I had one the other day, I got a notification to the email, someone had sent it like really late at night. And the client did it like 11:30, like PM, and they were probably just on their phone. It took them 2 minutes. If you have an admin, what I suggest, if you don't want to be the one, I was telling Crystal that for Ronnie, just download the app on your phone and she can put in Ronnie Ahmed, with his email, so that every time she sends it out to the client is getting Ronnie's name, because she knows, Ronnie, not Crystal.
Right.
So they're gonna keep getting her name. If you don't want to do it, just a quick text, hey Anna, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, send it, send it over to this buyer, and then they literally get it within like 30 seconds.
So you just send them the link, so when they're like, okay, well, you need to give us the EMV,
Mhm.
we just send them the link, and then we're gonna let them know that we're sending you this link, and just send it through there, and that's it.
Yeah, and then especially when you're on a time crunch, if someone came to me, the 2 business days was almost up, the other listing agent was hounding them for that EMD. So, and it was kind of late, so for them, the bank was already closed, so I told them, okay, just send in this email. So she sent it to the listing agent got that email, whether it was deposited or not, she saw that it was requested and that it came to KW Legacy, and then it was all good. So
Oh.
once it came into our account, we were good. It takes like a business day to get into our account. But I at least see that you guys requested it and that I know, okay, this EMD is coming in, as opposed to a wire, which I think is like $20 or $25 for the buyer. I think this one's like 10. So there's, a big difference in that, and it's super easy. You don't have to have any sort of like wire, you don't have to enable your wiring. It's kind of just like an ACH or like a Zelle.
Okay.
So,
So I used it for the first time the other day too,
Yep.
and it's still just what they know when they're looking, is that you can't search it under Keller Williams, it's still under Legacy.
so I had people search it under Keller Williams and it has come up.
Okay, because I did it the other day. and it was still
I think it just depends on probably your phone or whatever it is, because I did talk to him. I messaged him on that, and somebody put in Keller Williams and they all came up, and you can just find
Better if
Legacy.
it's legacy.
But almost, yeah, but there's Legacy and there's also Keller Williams. Either way, it'll come up, because almost all the Keller Williams use it. So each Keller Williams would come up, just make sure you're clicking Legacy, and then it says Dearborn.
And it also gave me an option to send them a link via text as well.
Yep, so you can do that as well if they're not very good on their email. You can also send it straight to their phone. And then the receipt also comes to their text message as well.
We've received a few of those receipts and we love it. All
Yeah.
the information we need is right on. the
Yep,
receipt.
so Dahlia never asks me for any additional information anymore because everything is on there. So,
How many in here know what this is? So raise your hands high, please. This is very important because we paid a good amount of money for this. And I don't think everybody's getting signed up. So the girls up front, Melissa and Naz, are going to be reaching out to you. If you haven't registered, you need to register. Because here, everything that you're going to need, anything that you can think of, even if you just want to link to RealComp, this should be your home page. Boom. RealComp, you go into RealComp, using the agent services. Well, you guys should start using this. This is a huge, huge value and add for your business that we've seen another market center was using and said, we want that for our people. So we go and buy it for you and we build it for you. You guys should use it. Any type of technology, any type of tools, they're only as good as, you know, how you choose to use them or not. And not enough of us are using them. So the girls are gonna be calling you to make sure you get signed up for this. Is there anything you wanted to add on that, Aya?
No, but can you hit that chat? Somebody's trying to, I think someone's trying to say something.
That was Simon.
Okay.
So we can access all of our resources for this.
Everything you can think of, forms,
Yeah.
links. I can't move it to show you it, but take 5 minutes when you get some time, sit with Aya and look at it, or Gabby, and go over it so you can see what's there. It's really cool.
The most requested things I get is like the W-9 or the E&O,
Overage form.
overage form, everything is on
Contacts and
there.
affiliates, just like you see in leads, listing, and leverage. Someone said, do you know a painter? Do you know this? Do you know that? They're all gonna be in here. We're gonna start building our database of everyone that we're in business with, that have a relationship with the market center. And that will do work for us. They're only gonna be on here if they commit to do work for us.
That's it. And I've had a lot of people who want to switch their credit cards they have on file for like the office bill. So when you do it on here, you don't even have, you just click on it and there's like text boxes already. You just, you know, put it in. I get it automatically. You don't even have to do a follow-up because everything just comes straight to my email, and then you don't have to worry about anything not getting changed, bank accounts, your credit card, all that good stuff. Literally everything is under on this website.
The market
It's very
center,
easy to use.
yeah, the market center, general liability insurance, W-9, E&O, for whatever you want, when you start signing up with, you want to get signed up with banks or other type of vendors, it's all here. It's all here. So tomorrow, hopefully you guys been starting the book and enjoying it. It's a quick, easy first 2 chapters. Tomorrow we'll do our first review. We'll review those 2 chapters together. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for it. This the knowledge gained from this book, from this story, 1 has survived the test of time, and 2 applies to everybody, no matter where you're at in your life financially. This book applies. So the first 2 lessons talk about 1, saving / into investing, what to do with your income once you receive it. And then chapter 2 has a great plan of cutting expenses and getting out of debt. So if you have any debt, so we're gonna really talk on that tomorrow. For when I first read this book, it was in August of 2020. I changed my life, and I already felt I was at a position where I was starting to accumulate wealth, but this really hit home and added some strategies into my mindset of what to do when I'm earning income to really take it to the next level, and it's working, and I love it. And I love sharing that information with you guys. So I hope to see you guys here tomorrow for that.
Make sure you read the part of the book, the page 51, I think, up to page 51.
It's easy. I reread the first 2 chapters, legit, guys, in probably like 20 minutes.
Right. We have some new faces that joined our market center for the month of February. Iman Jabir, I think she's here. Hello, Iman. Hussein Habhab, who's on Mike Neely's timeline, so he'll be here in the afternoon when Mike gets here.
Yeah, I said Mike Neely's starting to work on getting a team built, like he's been following in the path of the rest of us. So Hussein is a relative of his, sharp young man, that he'll be working with Mike Neely.
Yes, Melina Eggers, I believe she's gonna be working with Ali Keys.
Yes.
Welcome, and Salah Abu Bakr. I've met Salah, fine young man. He's been around a few times around the office, so I'm sure you've seen him at the training. So welcome all of you.
Sorry, if you would like to introduce yourself again. You're going to be on next month's PowerPoint because you just got added right now in March.
My name is Zina Jabber.
Zina Jaber, welcome to our family, Zina. Next month.
Congratulations to the following agents for having their first transaction closing with Keller Williams. Aman Nasser, Ali Ahmed, Kamal Kibani, Safi Sabah, Maya Hashim, Excellent work,
Nothing
guys.
makes us happier, guys. It's the greatest thing in the world for us to see. We're so happy.
That
Awesome.
means this is the beginning, the
Really.
baseline of many more to come.
Honestly, once you get that one done and under your belt, they just start rolling after that. They really do. So congratulations, guys.
All right, congratulations to the following agents in our market center for capping: Michelle Walls, Lee O'Hare, enjoy your 100% for the remainder of your
100+%.
100+%. Top profit share earner for the month of February is.
Cap, so. What's next, Ronnie? Who's next? Who's on the cap?
I have to look. All right, so I want to share some of our numbers for the market center overall. So this is the look at the total numbers of the market center. Closed units for the month of February, we are at 138. Year to date, we're at 281. So off to a great start. I know we've set some hefty goals for our market center for the year 2022. I don't think any of you are going to let us down. This looks like it's going to be one of those years that is going to just shatter a lot of ceilings. So closed volume for the month of February, 32,704,000. Listings taken, 69. This is from the month of January, we took on 34. So we see it, and I see that the month of March is only going to actually keep going. So I see that increase in listings coming. It's already, if you go on Realcomp, you'll see a bunch of stuff starting to pop up. So February is just the beginning. March, April, May, June, get ready. Sharpen those conversations, sharpen those skills, and hit the ground running. But 69 listings for the month of February is amazing. Listings taken volume, 17 million. That's an indicator of market share, where we are in the market. So our average sales listings is actually in line with what the market is. Listings sold, 48. So unless you're not doing a proper presentation, not the proper pricing, I mean, you can even make a mistake on pricing in this market, I believe, because there's still someone out there that's gonna figure it out. But unless you're not presenting it properly through social media, like Mike was saying, unless you're not making it accessible, I don't see how anyone's listing is not getting any sort of traction or movement in this market. So we take on 69 listings. I believe 60 of them or 50 of them will close in the first month, and the rest will close the second month. So this number is pretty solid. Listings sold volume, almost 10 million, which is again, great indicator of where the market is. Everything is selling and selling quick. We just have to make sure we continue to get our listings in place and our market share up and running. Closed GCI for the month of February, we're at 895,000, and puts us on the year to date of almost 1.8 million. So this is actual commissions that were paid to agents in the office in the market center, 895,000 for the month of February. I would challenge brokerages around, and brokerages, how much did they pay their agents for the month of February? How much work was actually done for the month of February? You guys are doing a phenomenal job. The question you need to ask yourself, how much of that did I make, and what was my unfair share of that? So we share those numbers to celebrate, but we also share those numbers to keep things in perspective. There is business out there. You choose to do it, or you choose to sit on the sideline, but the business is going to happen. Whether you join and do it and do the activity, or whether you just sit there and watch and complain about how the market is. Your choice.
Yeah, so a couple of things. One, right now, I want to let the buyer's agents know that this is the toughest market I've ever seen for a buyer agent to work in, with the exception of 2007, 2008, when the banks, when the crash happened, the bank said, we're not lending. Unless you're 20% down and have the most amazing credit in the world, we're not lending any money right now. You either got to buy it cash, or you got to be that A++. That was a really tough time to be a buyer's agent. This is I would say 2007, 2008. After that, it started loosening up a little bit. This is the toughest time to be a buyer's agent, and you guys are doing phenomenal. Why do I have to point that out to you guys? Because I want you guys to be excited. because it's not gonna stay like this. It's gonna start loosening up a little bit, and then when you actually show your client a home that they want, you're pretty much gonna sell it to them. That's the way it used to be. If I showed you something and my clients liked it, like almost guaranteed, we got a deal. Now you know that's just like, oh my God, like they want it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna get it. So it's gonna get a lot easier for you guys. Trust me on that. Keep going after it and killing it. In regards to numbers, a couple of years ago, like I had a personal goal. I wanted this market center to do more than Century 21 Ford Road. Why Century 21 Ford Road? Because I have a huge amount of respect for those guys. They got Dave and AC and Sam Baydun there, and they're guys that do large volume of business that I respect as professionals. And so that became like our target. Last year, we beat them by 10 million in volume. This year, I said, okay, now I want to beat Ford Road and Michigan combined, both of their offices. Year to date, through January and February, we're plus 15 million on both of them combined. So thank you guys for that. You guys are absolutely killing that. You hear and sometimes you see them post these stats and these numbers. I'm telling you guys, come to my office. I'll show you the numbers. We smashed every brokerage in this entire area. It's not even close. So congratulations to you guys for that. Thank you guys for that. Keep doing it. And not only the numbers that we're doing it, how we're doing it.
The activity behind it, for sure. Now on to celebrating our top producers, starting off with top listings taken.
What? Look at that,
Awesome,
boy. Oh, good job, guys.
That's
Love that.
9 listings in this market. Whoa, tell us, man, what was the leading factor?
Psychological.
I mean, I'll tell you what I observed.
It's all that you have.
Consistent work ethic, man. Consistent grind. You guys are at it. I pop in on Sunday and every Saturday I see Ali in here talking to clients. They're working in regular routine after one after another, and they're starting to show themselves up. Now I'm gonna pray and be hopeful that we see these start coming into closed sales, closed units. So that's exciting, guys. Yes, sir.
One thing to pay attention to, and it goes off to something very important that you said a couple of weeks ago when you gave us a presentation here. And I asked you about overlisted price or overpricing the listing, and you said take it anyway, right? And in hopes that you're able to drive the price down. Now, there's a couple of listings you go on MLS and you'll see systematically every week there's been a 10, 5, 7, 3 price drop. We're not listing it just for the sake of listing. We want to get it sold. And to complement what Wyatt was saying earlier, if it doesn't sell this month, it's going to roll over to the next month and sell. So don't be afraid to get on the phone. There are people so discouraged about getting on the phone that you should take advantage of this vacuum and get on the phone.
I'll just recap that real quick. I never really understood some of these trainings that would say, sell it under on your price, get up and walk out and don't take it. I never really understood that because why not? If I get to put my sign on the lawn, one, it's marketing and advertising, especially now, social media advertising marketing, I can market the crap out of it, put myself out there, I got activity, I'm going to get calls from it that I can potentially work new buyer leads or whatever. Big deal, I got an overpriced listing, maybe I'll get 3 buyers from it.
Or something else.
Right? So why would I reject that? No, I'm actually gonna take it. Then I'm gonna look for feedback and have opportunities to keep talking to the seller. And my professional opinion, this is the number I like, you like this one. This is what the market's telling us. Let's start moving. Let's start moving down. See what a lot of agents do when they have an overpriced listing, they start feeling embarrassed because there's no showings and they start avoiding the seller.
I saw that. I saw like a $40,000 reduction the other day.
Yeah, good job. Take the listing. That's if you don't, someone else will. Take the listing. Good job, guys. Robert, doing what you do, always killing it. Alex at 5, Hib at 5.
Good job.
5 listings in 1 month is a lot, guys.
It was
So you know.
becoming a machine, like working like a clock. All right. Top listings taken volume. Robert Kabani 1.4, Alex Farhat 958, Mo Bzair 730,000, Billy Joher 720,000, Ali 700,000, Ali Al-Shimani, Rami Ahmed with 570,000, Simon Saleh 500,000, Mike Nemi 480,000, Hiba Saad 456,000, and Samar Taha with 450,000.
Molly, you want to speak on your dad real quick since you stepped out? What's the secret there?
Door knocking
Yeah, door knocking? Good.
is, I think it's just consistent follow. It's just, a lot of guys when they're prospecting, they'll give it the first time and not about every time they reject it, pop up again, again. And we show that we really care about their overall result.
I'm gonna take a Jared James line. I seen it on Instagram today. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's in our business, very knowledgeable. Says consistency is undefeated. I just heard about it right there from Mo and Ali, it's consistency. From your dad, it's consistency. Like I know what your dad's doing every single day at certain amounts of times. I guarantee I know where to find him. I think the same thing can be said about me, about Ronnie, about many of the top producers. You're gonna see, like, pick a time of day, you know where they're gonna be. That leads to success.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, top closed units, Robert Cabani with 9, Billy Joher with 5, Jay Cabani with 4, Jonathan Golich with 4, and Musa Akhzar. Good job.
Jay, after an outstanding year, what's been happening? Share something.
Consistency for sure. Keeping your clients confident. You know, it's hard. We go out there, we put offers, we lose, we put offers, we lose, but keep them confident. Even if you know you're not gonna win the offer, put it out there. Probably 3 of those 5 were deals that we didn't earn at first. They fell apart. We call back. You guys still want the house? I would ask my clients to tell me yes, lock it in. So that's important. Just put the offers out there. Be professional when you send the offers too.
Are you guys seeing a lot of buyer's remorse?
Oh yeah.
Right? Like a lot of people are getting excited. The house goes on the market. They go there and like, yes, yeah, let's make sure we get it. Please, whatever we gotta do to get it. Then they go to sleep and wake up the next day and they're like, what did I do? Getting cold feet, right? That happens. So to Billy's point, even if your client does not win the offer, you never know. Like, let's not get discouraged with saying, oh, it's gonna go over, that's not right. No, that's right. You wanna write? That's right. It's gonna take us 2 minutes, 3 minutes to write up the offer, another 2-3 minutes to submit, a total of 10 minutes of work, right? Getting the offer there, because you never know. I've been seeing a lot of back on the market due to buyers' inability to secure financing, back on the market due to buyers losing their job, back on the market due to whatever, right? So you put your client in that position to at least make your offer be in the 3rd or the 2nd or maybe the 4th offer. Many of the 2s and 3s probably moved on to other properties. So guess what? Your 4th now is all of a sudden actually in the lead. So I love that point because we're all guilty of it, saying, yeah, it's gonna go 50 over, that's not even right, or waste our time.
Best doesn't mean high.
So exactly, and the price is not everything. You're right. The price is not everything.
Don't break the news to your clients when they don't win the bid. Let's say this. Break it with, we didn't get it, somebody paid more, we're moving on. I seen these other 2 come up. It wasn't meant to be for us. If it is meant to be, it's gonna come back to us. Exactly in that tone. Because I don't lose the commission on a deal until I actually lose the client, until the client fires me and says, I'm not working with you no more.
Right.
That's the only time. Otherwise, I just didn't get it yet. Put the offer then. If that doesn't go through, I'm gonna just keep working. I'm gonna get it. I just don't know when. It might be two offers on a property. It might be the first. It might be 10. I don't know. But I know I'm gonna get it eventually. I'm just not gonna get it unless that I do something for that client to fire me. So if I'm gonna come at the client, I got bad news. We lost again. We didn't get it. They might start thinking, man, this person just bad luck. Like this person doesn't have good energy. Like you know what? Look at this other person, so upbeat. Come strong. We just didn't get it yet. It wasn't meant to be for us. Somebody wanted to pay more. I know it's crazy out here. Let's go. I found a couple more properties that we can go see. Just like that.
Yeah, because if you go emotional damage with them, they're gonna go emotional damage.
It can't be. And then, I'm sorry, but so many realtors make a mistake of letting their clients know that they're disappointed, that they're not getting paid. And the minute the client finds out we care more about our commission than their well-being, you're done. You're done. Commission can never be, I smell this person wants to make money. If they can sense that, you're done. Don't be that person. Money should not be the reason you're doing what you're doing. It should be to help them and to service them. The money comes. The money is included in that.
Money follows. doesn't lead. Your commission never leads, your money never leads, your money follows. You do the right thing, the money will come with it. Good job, guys, awesome. Top closed volume, Mike Hyder 1.9, Robert Kabani with 1.5, Golik with 1.4, Billy Joher 1.3, Hassan Mouni with 1.3, Musa Akhdar with almost $1 million, Alex Farhad 650,000, Hassan Shaib 615,000, Rami Ahmad with 600,000, and Rami Zaid with 550,000. Excellent work, beautiful.
So go back real quick. Hassan Maghniya, you want to share something with us? Where'd you go? There he is. Come on, man. Share something. You've been, man, I'm happy for you. And I'm sure this entire office is happy for you because you've been working for a really, decent amount of time, just staying the course with it. And I enjoyed the lunch I had with you the other day to get to know you a little bit better. And I'm very, very confident you're going to make it in this business. Talk to us about what this meant to you.
1.3. And at the same time, I have under contract 155. I had hard time on 155,000 more than 1.3.
There's a lesson in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, there's a lesson in there.
That one, I get it, because I'm prospecting, follow up with my friend. I was going out. I was going to pick up my friend, tell him let's go to Birmingham. His wife, boss, coming from China. That's it. That's how it came. She told me, you're looking for a house between 600 and 1 million. I say, hell no, I'm not gonna find a house for 600. I want to get it for 1 million. I want to get a house for, the budget going for 1 million. I'm not gonna find a house for 600. So then there was a house came 1.3. Then I said, that's it. That's it. But of course, I love it first.
The lesson in that is sometimes when these numbers start getting bigger, we get nervous. Like, oh my God, like I don't know how to sell $1 million house. It's the same exact thing as selling a $100,000 house. You just find sometimes even the lower ones a lot more work than that. Just always have confidence, and if you ever get worried that they might ask a question that I don't know because I've never dealt with a home this big or a situation or a commercial project this big, I'm sorry, I don't have that answer for you right now, but I'm going to find out and get right back to you, and then come to us.
It's relationships, guys. Relationships. He's going out with his friend who has a boss who he didn't know, right? It's relationships. The conversation about real estate did not come up. And he didn't say, take me out, let's go out to lunch to talk about real estate or to introduce me to.
Until now, I didn't meet our wife. He's not here. He's coming on the 21st. I never met him.
Okay. I mean, it goes to show you life events are going to happen. You just need to be in the right spot for when those life events take place, whether it be in the birth of a new child, they need a bigger home, marriage, need another bigger home, divorce, need a smaller home, retirement, need a smaller home, relocating, need to sell, right? Those are life events. People don't wake up and say, I want to buy a house or I want to sell a house. People wake up and say, I'm getting married. My wife is pregnant. I'm having a child. We need a bigger house. We're bumping elbows, right? This is what they say. They say, we have a life event that's taken place. Our job as realtors, and let's face it, as salespeople, we're salespeople. At the end of the day, you're salespeople. Our job is to be there for them when they start thinking about real estate. So our job is to make sure we hit those life events, those moments that matter, those things that are integral in their life, right? The reason we don't do business is because we miss those opportunities about their life events, and they think they thought of someone else. So good job, Hassan, man. That's amazing. And I know many agents out there would have taken that lead as like, I can't be serious. Someone wants $1 million. All right, I'll get to it when I get to it, right? So we're all guilty of it. So value every lead, value every call that comes in, value every conversation that you talk to, because you never know if it's not that person. If it's not that person that you're talking to, guess who he knows? He knows a potential buyer or seller that you may introduce you to. Okay.
Thanks.
Good job. Awesome.
Listing sold volume, Robert Kabani 1, Golich 2, Farhad 3, Hassan Shoaib 4, Tony 5, Ali Abdullah 6, Hiba 7, Shady 8, Ziamin 9, Musa Akhtar 10.
Top GCI, Billy Joher number 1, Robert Kabani in 2, Mike Hyder 3rd, Hassan Maghni number 4, Jonathan Golich in 5th, Musa Akhdar in 6th, Alex Farhad in 7th, Rami Ahmad in 8th, Rami Ziyad in 9th, and Simon Saleh in 10th.
Do good with that money, guys.
Come to the class tomorrow. What to do with it. All right, now on to our team, celebrating our team, starting with the top team, Ronnie A team. Closed volume of 4.3 million, closed units of 19. Those are number one across the board in our market center. Listings taken volume 1.2 and a listings taken units of 7 for a closed volume or closed commission income of 94,000. Good job.
Ronnie, thanks for doing that class for us the other day as well.
Yeah,
Everybody
thank
loved
you
it.
so
We had
much.
great feedback. Anything you want to add to the feed to the people?
We're
Your
scrapping,
time.
we're just scrapping
Yeah.
here, like everybody else, we're just scrapping.
Sure, man.
Phone call, every lead, everything, like you guys said.
And Ronnie said something, I'll remind everybody, he mentioned it in the class too. They do a lot of transactions with a lot of co-op agents from all over. If you have, if it doesn't hurt to ask him, he's very accessible. Hey, do you happen to know that agent? Right? And Mike added to that. I'm gonna make sure I know that agent. If you are a good person who's actually doing the work and doing the activity, and I'm gonna vouch for you, but ask those people around you. Do you know the agent? A lot of those deals are being done, not big. 150 is 150, right? 150 is the same. 150,000 from 10 agents. What's gonna separate the deal sometimes is, hey, this is an agent that I know that I've dealt with that can take it to the finish line, work with them. So ask around who knows that agent. I can get a little bit of an in on. So good job.
I want to point out, as we start getting into teams a little bit, 6 of the top 9 in our territory right now belong to this office. Year-to-date volume, so that's who you guys are in business. Top 9, 18 of the top 50, so it's a huge piece.
Huge. Moving on to the Keys Group, closed volume 3.2, closed units of 15, listings taken volume 1.7, listings units taken 7 for a gross commission income for the month of February of almost $96,000. Michael Phillips Group, closed volume of 2.4, 10 units closed. We took on 1.4 million in listings for 4 units for a closed GCI of 69,488. The Mooj Senate team, closed volume 1.5, 6 closed units. They took on 1,050,000 in listings for 4 units for the month of February for a closed GCI of 61,340. Nick J for team, closed volume 1.673, closed units of 6, listings taken 415,000, 1 unit, and a closed commission income of $35,000.
Point out for Mooj's team and Nick's team, as me watching them, sometimes when you're like if you're a parent, for those of us that are parent, you learn like we want to kind of control everything that our kids do, but sometimes you just got to let them go and kind of let them learn for themselves and figure it out. I learned that as a dad, so I'm watching Mooj kind of start growing his team, and I'm watching Nick, and I'm doing the same thing, and I'm so proud of you guys, man. You guys are gonna make it like huge, big. I'm so confident in that. You guys really are, and of course with the addition of our other teams, but I know how big you guys are going to make it is why we invested in the market center in that additional 3,000 square feet, because you guys are going to need it. So keep going. That it's never easy. You know, sometimes you're going to have thoughts like, man, I'm not so sure that I should have did this. This is tough. This is challenging. You start to learn as you have success. Like the challenge was actually the reward. That really was like the fun part, was the challenge and what going through with it. Because just imagine what we go through with on the brokerage perspective. If everything was always so easy, really would it be worth it? No, it's never really easy. So anything worth having, it's something we talk about tomorrow too on wealth building. Anything worth having, it involves a certain amount of work and some time and some effort. So keep going. You guys are doing great. You guys are, I mean, two of those top 9 in the region right now, with you being 3 and Mooj, I think, being 8. So that's outstanding. Good job, guys.
Just a reminder, our agent services in terms of transaction coordinating and pre-listing and admin work, as well as our media, social media, photography is on full blast. So please, full blast.
I'm gonna let it slide. Today, I'm gonna let it slide.
It's all.
My ears went up when I heard.
No,
it.
hold on.
What? Huh?
Well, I'm gonna plug you in a minute. So on agent services, many of you guys are using it, and the feedback we're hearing is that it's phenomenal, amazing, great service, great value. So for those of you who haven't tried it, try us. Try Fatme, try Gabby for 1 or 2 transactions and see how that goes. And then I'll be more than happy to hear the feedback. Real quick on
Do me a favor on this, guys. I know when I look at this, I'm like, wow, holy shit, I don't really need all this stuff, right? But the way we built this was actually me and Wetted went and we said, okay, we have a buyer. From the minute I get a phone call from a buyer until after the closing, what do we do? How many steps did we count in the buyer process?
I think 52.
50-something steps in the buyer process. Then we did the same thing with the listing. I get a call from a seller says, I think I want to sell. What do I need to do? How many steps did we have in the listing from the beginning to the end?
60 plus.
60 plus. So then we took that and we said, what could we use help in? I said, okay, me on the listing end, what do me as the listing agent, what do I need to do? And I took those tasks and I put them on the side. Then I said, what could somebody else do for me? And we built this menu. So when you see the menu, if I'm looking at the menu, like to me, it's too much. I shut down. It's like going to a restaurant that has 200 things on the menu. They kind of like, they're not good in any of it. And I don't even know what to order. I want to order maybe 7 different things. I can't figure it out. That's the same thing I see here, guys. I'm with you. But what I would do, if you need some help, is tell either Gabby or Fatmi or both of them, can I get a meeting? Let me get a meeting because I need a little bit of help. And it might not even be on this menu. You might see something that you might need help with and it's not even here. Talk to them with them about it. Have a consultation because you're going to start getting to the point, hopefully, for me, that number is, 20, 25 transactions where you either got to hire an admin or you better be using transaction services. If you're doing less than that and you say, hey, I'm good. I got my own paperwork. I could do everything. I'm maximizing my time. We're still lead generating, you may not need it, that's your personal decision. You may want more freedom in your life, talk to them. But don't say, well, I don't like this menu, I don't know what to order, without actually having a consultation with them. Consult with them, they're here.
And now, it is March, it is springtime, it is, spring cleanup. Full blast H2O is in action.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So for those of you who have clients that are looking to do some spring cleaning, our very own Mobzer has a super professional, high-end, great. We use them ourselves for our listings. So this is coming from testimonial. You're going to get more money, absolutely. So you owe it to you and your clients to at least take a look at it. So get together with more if you have any cleaning.
Also, I can get paid at closing if your client doesn't want to pay up front.
Wow, that's even better. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, this is more of just a reminder. Again, just a reminder. I know all of you are doing their best to get those people into the real estate school, but the opportunity is there, guys. The opportunity is there. There's no reason for anybody to lose on any potential lead. Whether they end up passing or whether they end up joining our company is irrelevant. But your conversation about wanting to become a realtor or looking to become a realtor, how many of you are hearing from people, hey, I don't mind, but I just don't know how. They were referred to me 2 of them. And same thing, they're like, we're looking into it, but we're not sure if it's something we want to do. Fine. The only way you're going to find out is by taking the class and you'll see if that's the material you want. So continue those conversations with the people you're having, and the real estate school is still going, and it's going strong, and it's only going to add more into your downline for building profit share for free. It doesn't cost them anything to take the class. So
You guys share that link?
yeah,
For that page? In the group chat?
for the school, we'll reshare it. Yeah, we shared it twice, so we'll share it the 3rd time. That's what you're saying? Is that what you mean? Or you mean share the first time?
No. I'll filter to the 150 messages.
Awesome. No, I'll get it to you.
I would give an update, but Mike and Watt somehow perfected my update.
Yesterday.
Why don't you guys just-
Wael will do it. If you have
You wanna do
permission, do Lala's.
Go ahead.
Wael's gonna do Lala's.
Guys, so happy to see all of you, so proud of you. Their numbers are amazing. You're doing a great job, but guys, please. Please, I beg you, like, if you want to schedule a closing, please, we have to know ahead of time. We can't. They're like, "Come do the update."
Well, I mean, he already said what I needed to say. So I'll just start over, but the real Lola will start over. So congratulations on an amazing month. Proud of all of you. Love you. Thank you for the business. We really appreciate your support and loyalty. You guys have gotten much better with the dum-dums, but we're having a problem with scheduling and closing. So please, you guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
So please, you guys, just try to schedule 72 hours in advance, because if you don't, you guys are gonna schedule with us Friday for a Monday closing, and then you're gonna call us on Monday, and they're gonna talk about us because we couldn't get you statements on time, but you failed to realize that we couldn't get you statements on time because you scheduled it so last minute. Okay, so in order for us to be the best possible for you guys, we need you guys to work with us so that we can be as efficient as possible. Okay, but
Closing is a fun event for both the seller and the buyer, or it should be at least a fun event for the seller buyer. Buyer's getting keys, seller's getting money, right? There's excitement. Don't make it a stressful event. Rush, rush, rush. Oh,
yeah,
I'm not sure. They said 3,000, maybe 3,800. I'm waiting for the figures. Oh, they're here. They're in the lobby. Hey, they're here. Oh my God, they're here. Why? Instead of everybody coming in all relaxed or, excited about the process, stress-free. It's not the emergency room. If the closing is an operating room, there's a problem.
mhm. But if I'm the doctor, we're good.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Lola.
guys.
Abe.
Talia, Abe?
Somebody both, Abe.
They're both
Yeah,
here.
right.
You guys can both come
I'm
up.
like, come on, you give them right up there. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. How are you? So,
Real quick, underwriting turn times, probably same day within 24 hours. Loans are coming back within 2-3 hours sometimes. So, as we send out these pre-approvals, I know you guys want to put these offers in this tight market right now. We're there to give you the pre-approval instant, because I know you guys want to put that offer within an hour or two or the same night. So, like, come on with no, right? So, and we got it accepted. So, another thing is rates. From the last time we had that meeting, they went down slightly, but then they shot back up, and they're probably higher than our last meeting we just had. So, but they're still good. They're still, they're still decent rates. Appraisals from the last meeting, we said that to the end of this month, we've extended it to the end of April now. So you guys got another month or month and a half for appraisals, for free appraisals, up to $600 credit for your buyers. So who knows if that's gonna get extended until May or June with this, with the spring market coming. So that's another good thing. Jumbo loans up to, I think it's 1.5 million, 5% down now. Originally it was 20, sometimes 15. We've got a MI Buster program is 5% down with no PMI. So for your jumbo buyers, there's no more 20% down. $1 million, $1.5 million, as long as they qualify, you could put down 5% with no PMI.
Is that a conventional
That's a conventional loan.
one? So what's the max? You know how it was like 417 and 5?
No, jumbo is 1.5 million on this program with the 5% down.
Yeah.
And they have to have a FICO score 720 or better. I
Yeah, as
think.
long as they qualify. So anything above 657, so $1 million is considered jumbo. When you get into the jumbo, the rates are a little bit different than conventional. It's a conventional loan, but the rates are a little bit different.
Is that like a cash
Higher.
out too, or is it just for? Like cash
No,
out?
purchases. Yeah, purchases. Cash outs are always capped at 80%,
Oh, okay.
80% of the appraised value.
Do the DTI requirements, is it pretty much like regular? as
No, a little
conventional?
bit, no, a little bit lower.
A little bit
Yeah,
lower.
around 43%.
43.
Yeah.
43 DTI.
Yeah. Now, as far as what's their income, I mean, it varies. They could have no debt, they could have a ton of debt, it all depends.
I guess 43 is like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
43
43 should be a good indicator.
43 to 45, somewhere in that range, so, but there's no MI. You guys know on jumbo loans, a PMI could be $400 or $500. So when they incorporate it into the rate, so the rate is slightly higher, but there's no MI. So someone will take an extra 1/4% higher than rather pay $300, $400, or $500 in PMI, right? So, besides that, I mean, Dalia?
My biggest concern is like, I feel like all the new buyers and people that are kind of newly coming into this are kind of having a sticker shock about the rates, you know, because they were hearing always, you know, a lot of people didn't even hear 3%, they heard 2%, you know. What you guys have to understand is just, you know, stay confident. 4% is still a really great rate. We've been in this for a long time. I used to do 100% financing where rates were 10, 12, 14%, and people still were buying. So they just got to get over this. They got to get used to it. They got to adjust, and it'll be like, just like normal. So just stay confident. Don't let people get too much, you know, into like rates and stuff like that. Just say, no, they're still great.
Historically, anything under 7 is great. Like
Yeah.
history is on your side. You tell them historically, anything under 7 is a great rate.
Yep.
You're telling the truth.
100%.
They can go Google that and they'll see that. So just remember that. And anything under 7 is awesome.
And then also Wednesday, next week, Wednesday, I'm having my class. We're gonna have Frank Mabry from UWM come. He's gonna bring lunch. I would love for you guys to come meet Frank. He's a huge key for us and UWM. This is why we have same-day approvals. This is how we're able to give you guys or your buyers those great interest rate incentives. This is how we can close so fast, you know, with them. He's gonna come, you know, here and talk about what programs they have available, be able to meet you guys, and it's always good to, you know, make these kind of connections in this industry. So hopefully you guys can attend that. We'll discuss, you know, things a little bit more if you have any questions or concerns, and it's welcome, open to the public. If you guys have anybody else, something, you know, interested, you know, it's a good day to bring them, I would say. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Faye's here. Ronnie's on vacation.
Shout out Doreen and Brendan for helping with priority 1 London, guys.
Good job, Doreen.
Hey.
Hi, how are you? Guys, I'm gonna keep this very short. Ronnie's not here. I work with Ronnie. My name is Faye. Our rates are still great. Give me a call. My job is to make your job easier by closing, biting coverage within an hour. Any questions?
Talk to us about Lloyd's of London. How did they get started?
You know what? We do have a class. Ronnie's giving a class on the 30th.
Yeah.
Please join us. Lots of information, but as far as rates go, everything's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
One thing, I'll speak on their behalf. They also, just like Abe and Delia with priorities, they're pretty quick on sending, and Abe knows that too. They're pretty quick on sending that deck sheet over to your lender, because insurance can make or break a deal. When we start talking about DTI and the insurance rate, the premium goes up from 800, or the client gets a premium of 1,200, that's $100 a month. If that DTI is tight and that insurance needs to be brought down, guess who's gonna work on doing that? Your insurance provider. So you owe it to your clients at least to give them a second opinion. Even if they're happy with their insurance, just, hey, it doesn't hurt to check what that rate would be. And you'll be surprised. They got a lot of carriers that they can bring that rate down to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, it's over? Guys,
real quick, don't leave, guys. Francisco, for some reason, I don't recall welcoming you and introducing you as an agent. Maybe did you get your license with us and you weren't at the first meeting?
No.
Or was that last month?
No, I have my license. He's been with us. Yeah, for over a year now.
But only we've been seeing you for the past couple months. So welcome and start. I want to give you off because noticing how hard you've been working and you've been here. We appreciate that, and I think you're going to do great. And you've been very active in offering your support for open houses and everything like that. We're not done yet, guys. We leave open floor right now. Any questions? Anything going on? Anything you guys want to discuss? Everything's perfect. Look out for a survey. You guys are going to have a survey. You get an email to you.